Hey guys, Gary Magic back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. This one's going to be about gear cleansing as well as identifying which artifacts are worth upgrading. So let's just get straight to it. I really do want this one to be an actually short video. Um, First thing we do, our bottom row artifacts, primary stats, flat HP, attack, and defense. Sell all of it. I don't care what it is, level 16, mythical, fully upgraded, fully ascended, get rid of it. It's more useful as silver. If you're using the Hell Hades Optimizer, it will never pick that piece to help build your champ. And if you're not using Hell Hades Optimizer, well, you should, but also you should never pick that piece. Flat stats are terrible when you can have a percentage-based piece. Alright, so that's the easy part. I would do that on anyone's account anywhere in the game. Beginning, middle, late game, end game, wherever. So the next thing we're going to do is figure out where the majority of our artifacts are. If you're doing level 20 dungeons across the board, most of your artifacts should be at least level 5. Maybe you've just started doing level 20 dungeons, you might still have a lot of level 4 gear, but what you want to do is figure out one by one where's the most of my gear at. It's probably not going to be in 1 and 2 or 3, but it might be 4, 5, or 6. That's going to be up for you to figure out, but once you do figure it out, we're going to assume that you've been running level 20 dungeons for a long time and most of your gear is level 5. What you want to do is sort through all 4 and under gear, and what you're going to want to sell is you're going to want to scroll all the way down and you're going to want to find Cruel. Everything above Cruel, because everything above Cruel minus Relentless, everything is either dungeon farmable or campaign farmable. Except for Relentless. Relentless, you can only buy. You can only buy or win from tournaments. Everything under Cruel and Immortal is either Demon Lord stuff, Hydra stuff, Chimera, Doom Tower, Cursed City, or Forge stuff. It's farmable, but not as farmable. So, assuming again you are running level 20 dungeons, you're gonna want to sell a 4-star. Everything that's above. Cruel and Immortal, with the exception of stuff that you've already upgraded. That's the only thing I would not get rid of. So now that you've done that, assuming most of your stuff is now level 5, you're going to do the same thing with rarity. Figure out where the majority of your artifacts are, and you're just going to do the same thing. Again, with the exception of Relentless, and with the exception of stuff that you've already upgraded for the same reasons. And that's pretty much just where we're going to stop. We don't need to, sort through level 6 artifacts. All we're trying to do is bring up our floor, so to speak. You have a ceiling and you have a floor. Your ceiling is 6-star mythical. If all the gear in your inventory is 6-star mythical, you've achieved perfection. Why are you still playing the game? But your floor pretty much should be about 5-star. Maybe epic, maybe legendary. Like me, for example, I don't keep anything that is 5-star unless it's mythical, and even then, it's only top row stuff. And that's because for top row artifacts, I care more about the rolls I can get. Legendaries gets you 4 rolls, mythicals is technically getting you 5. Bottom row artifacts, I care more about rank because the higher the rank, the higher the main stat goes. So that should be a good enough gear cleanse for you. If you need a more nuanced take, what you can do is you can Google Hell Hades gear cleanse. I'm not just trying to rip off them, leech off them. I'm just telling you this is what I personally do. But there's 2 articles that you can get: how to cleanse your artifacts, and then also 0 to Hero. They both kind of cover a lot of ground. One of them doesn't cover all the ground, so you do need both of them. When I do this myself and I need a more nuanced take, I do go to both of these. I think one of these covers accessories a little bit more than the other one does. But a lot of this, I will say, does kind of require the Hell Hades Optimizer to help you sort through. Like for example, just as a quick example, you don't want any banner that doesn't have speed on it. It's just a rule. It is. But unfortunately, I can't sort artifacts that don't have a substat. I can only sort artifacts that do. So through the optimizer, you can do that. You can say, find me all the banners that don't have speed, and then it's going to find you all banners that don't have speed. You can add it to a list, and you can mass sell it. So yeah, I would come here. Sorry, not here. Come here and see what it's going to tell you. Just for example, I know it's going to tell you like any HP or defense-based gloves or chests. Sell all of them if it has attack. Like, I probably should sell this piece, but I'm going to keep it because it has has accuracy, has speed, and I have this here as well. I don't really need the attack on it. I built my Mikaj, whatever you want to call her name, I built her in defense mode. She doesn't need the attack. I really want her to be tanky to survive, but, you know, I'm not that desperate for cleansing my stuff right now. So that's what I would do for a quick gear cleanse. Hopefully it's good enough for you. And again, we have the resources to do a more nuanced one. But so what do we do for upgrading? Well, every day for a daily, you're supposed to upgrade 4 artifacts, or you're supposed to attempt 4 times. So what I do is I filter, I come to substats, and I find something that is going to have speed and accuracy, because when we're using the optimizer, we're always telling it what our speed is, we're always telling it what our accuracy is. So I'm trying to find pieces that have this. If you want to be adventurous, you could even do this, because these are going to be really, really good pieces. Like if it wasn't 5-star, if it was 6-star, that'd be great. But if you're not going to sort through speed and accuracy, then sort through crit rate, crit damage. But like I said, this would be amazing. But you know, it's not very often you have pieces that have all of it. And the reason we're looking for these main things again is what do we tell the optimizer when we use it? We tell it our accuracy, we tell it our speed. If we're doing a damage-based build, it's going to get 100% crit rate, and then after that, it's going to put everything else into crit damage. So I'm not worried as much about these substats on the left. Maybe if I really wanted to, I could find something that's HP and defense-based, percentage-based, or I can do something that is like primary stat, HP, with a substat of this. Like, you know, you can kind of get a little bit more nuance playing around over here, but for the most part, I only upgrade this stuff, if I'm being quite honest with you. Because I assume along the way, as I'm upgrading stuff that's going to have this, it's just going to upgrade. It's going to upgrade stuff that has defense on it. It's, you know, I'm going to get defense there. So that's pretty much what I would. If you really want to, you can also just do like, hey, find me all my 5- and 6-star legendary mythical stuff, and then upgrade stuff this way. I would also make sure that when we're doing this, find sets that you're going to be using. The campaign stuff, the life, offense, defense, you're not going to be using as much, but speed, accuracy, accuracy less so than speed, regen, relentless, and then once you start getting down here, cruel and immortal, and your perception. Like, those are like the main pieces I always build out. Just because, like, as a 2-piece, you know, there's such a great complement to most builds. Like, a lot of my builds are gonna have some perception somewhere. So if you're trying to figure out what pieces, and not only just, you know, in terms of substats, but what pieces to build, obviously this is the way to go. Find the good pieces of the sets that you're going to use. You know, every once in a while I might have a build that has like a random one-off, like crazy good gauntlet that's not related to any of the sets that are on him, but just the piece itself, like this guy, because it has crit damage and crit rate and speed and accuracy. Like, this is I'm not going to be using this. This is what Provoke, a Frenzy. Yeah, I'm not using this, but the piece itself is really good because it got really good rolls, because it was 6-star, because it was legendary. So I think that's about it. I promise I wanted this one to be short. I think that's where I'm going to end it. I think that covers everything while being short. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.